Hello everyone, your voice here and welcome to channel Sansevieria 101. So for this episode, we're going to feature another unconfirmed species of Sansevieria, and this particular species has no collection number and it is just known by the type location from where it is found. So this is actually the first one that came out and was introduced. So it is written, or it is tagged in the market as Sansevieria SP Pemba type 1. So there's still Sansevierias that were found in Mozambique. Also the same place where the Cadzi Ramaue was found, also in Mozambique, but this one is in Pemba, and this is the first one that was introduced among the Pemba types, and in the market it is known as Sansevieria Pemba type 1. So it can be written as Sansevieria, then SP, which means species, then Pemba, then to signify which type it is the first type that came out. There are currently 4 types of Sansevieria Pemba that are very similar to each other, same morphology or growth pattern, although having changes or having differences in the way that the leaf pattern can be seen. So right now what I am showing you is Sansevieria SP Pemba type 1, and I have no information with regards to who exactly was the person who introduced this species, but I have clues that it is also Ton Rolkens who introduced them, because I have read in an old book by Mansfeld that Ton Rolkens actually stayed in Pemba, Mozambique, and Peter Mansfeld actually thanked Ton Rolkens, and he really stated that he said, "I would like to thank Ton Rolkens, who was in Pemba, Mozambique." So with that said, I am inclined to say that it must be Ton Rolkens who introduced the Pemba species to us. So with that said, although I am not certain about it, I'm just connecting the dots, and it is probably Ton Rolkens who introduced Pemba type 1 to 4, because he is one of the people that is very interested in Sansevierias in Mozambique. Like I also mentioned in the previous episode for Cadzi Ramaue, he is very familiar as to where they are found in Pemba. He is traveling through different mountain ranges to search Sansevierias, and most probably he is also the one who discovered or introduced the Pemba or the Pemba species type 1 to 4. So with that said, that's all the information that I can share with you folks. Next, we'll have to figure out other characteristics of Pemba type 1, because there are, like I said, 4 types of them. There could be other species of Sansevierias that are found in Pemba, but these are the ones that are very they're quite famous for how they look. They're very beautiful in my opinion, and very interesting characteristics, as we will discuss later on this episode. So first that we have to look at I just said that it's this species of Sansevieria, especially the type 1, is very interesting because it has the nickname of Pemba Silver in the market. And what is very uh, interesting about it is that half of what I have in this clump are silvery. The part in the right portion of the pot, from where I'm looking at, they're quite silvery, and the left part are actually very green. And if you are not an expert into looking at the type Pemba types, you would easily get confused, or you would be most likely be buying duplicates if you find that there's a green type of a Pemba, and then there's also a silver type of Pemba, but they're just Pemba type 1. So later on, there are types of Pembas that I will introduce. This is the first one, and also Pemba species are my favorite Sansevierias. Even though I'm missing one of them out of the four, I only have three types of Pembas right now with me. So I am seeking for the type 2. I have type 3 and type 4, but that is why I can't go on into featuring type 3 and 4, because I wanted to acquire type 2 first before I feature type 3 and type 4. But right now I have to feature type 1 because I'm going to get one offset from it, and I'm going to send it to a very good friend of mine. So going back to what we're discussing, next thing that we have to, like I said, that is one of the most interesting characteristic of Pemba. I'm not sure what are the parameters as to they change the coloring from them. It might be that the intensity of light that they receive, the more light that they get, the more silvery that they become. But as I recall, that's why I said I'm not really sure what are the parameters for it to grow the green form of type 1 and the silver form of type 1. So these two are the first one before I decided to repot them into a bigger pot. I had this and this one, and they're very green in color. The moment that I changed location and changed to a bigger pot, it gave me silver offset. So that is one of the very interesting that right now I cannot fully understand or explain as to how, or how explain how to grow the Pemba silver, or how to make them just green Pemba type 1. So I have no I have to observe further so that I can figure out what are the parameters for them to grow green, what are the parameters for them to grow silver. But it is a really very interesting trait of Sansevieria sp Pemba type 1. So moving forward, aside from that, we have to check other characteristics, the leaf surface, as you feel it horizontally, vertically. So horizontally, you would it's smooth, but you would feel bumps because the green coloration are kinda protruding from the leaf. I would say the green, the dark green pattern that look like lines. I wouldn't say they're actually very small lines, but they're quite a lot of them. So if you feel them, you can feel the bump when you touch the dark green part. Nonetheless, though, it's smooth to the touch, vertical and horizontal, but you will feel the bump of the dark green pattern of the leaf. That's the front part, especially the silver. So the back part of the silver form is really very whitish in color, and there are minimal dark bandings on them. And if you feel it's slightly rough to the touch. I'm feeling horizontal. The vertical also slightly rough, so that's how I would describe it. If you have Pemba type 1, you can do your own analysis or your observation. For the green one, I would say still the same. Smooth on the front part of the leaf, back part slightly rough. Same as the one that grew silver. So there's no change with regards to having a green Pemba type 1 or silver Pemba type 1. Next, what we can do is for the green one, I was told by a good friend as well, Miss Fifi, actually she completed Pemba type 1 to 4, type 4 being the rarest of them all. But it's that it's the Pemba type 2 that I do not have currently. So she told me that in order for you to identify the Pemba types, you have to be observant of the back part of the leaf. So the Pemba type 1 really is very whitish, even if it's the silver form that grew as an offset for you, or the green one. The green one, if you look at the back part, which I'm having a hard time because they're very large. I'm sorry, they're very thick or sturdy leaf or stiff leaf that you cannot just bend them over. So the back part of Pemba type 1, regardless if it's growing green on the front part of leaf or the adaxial part of the leaf, the back part will always be silver. So that's one tip that I can give you that was also taught to me by my good friend Fifi. So always check the back part of your Pemba so that you would know what Pemba type you have, if in case you're able to acquire Pemba species of Sansevieria. Like I said, they're very beautiful. They're one of my favorite Sansevierias. Although they're very expensive, but it's worth to get the Sansevieria Pemba species. So I would recommend them because I really love the traits and the characteristics of Pemba species of Mozambique. So one other thing that is very odd about the plant is that the first that I got it, it grew a leaf petiole. This is called the petiole, like the Sansevieria species Consina. Before you go through the leaf, you'll have this part of the leaf which holds it. It's kind of like a tube part or part of a spoon where you hold it, and then this would be the spoon part. So there are times wherein they will grow this petiole, but there are times that the silver ones wouldn't grow it because I'm checking the silver ones. I don't think they grew petiole from what I am seeing right here. We can actually check. It might just be deeper. That's why you can't see it. But I guess the silvers also have some sort of a petiole that are growing before the wide leaf forms. So that is also one of the significant trait of Pemba type 1. Next is we will take measurements. So it's hard for me to hold the camera, so I'll have to again clip the camera so that I can move and I can take measurements for the species that we are featuring right now. Alright, sorry about that. So I'll have to reposition it. It's out of focus. Alright, so I think that will do. And then we'll start taking measurements. So again, I find it very easy to just use the tape instead of the caliper to measure the leaf width and leaf length of a plant. So this one, the first one that I measured is 3.5 of an inch. It's out of focus again, so there you go. I'll have to do that every time I measure something. This one would be a 3, and the silvers would be a 3. So actually the short leaf, the first one that I have, is the widest of the clump, although it is the shortest. The first one, when I first received it, it's just around 5 inches. Then the let me try if I can show you the other one. Yeah, this is the other one. It's longer. So the leaf length, I'm not measuring the PTO though. With the PTO will be 8 inches for that one. And I think this one is the longest. And it reaches about 12 inches. So that's the measure of the leaf length. Leaf width we've already measured. We'll check out what else we can observe regarding the Pemba type 1 species. For the leaf tips, you can see that there is some sort of a hook-like, there's a hook-like tip there, so it's kind of spike. From the others though, it will kind of wilt off. So I guess when it's quite young, it's subulate, but when they mature, the end part of the leaf will actually try to or will wilt out. So that's one of the observations. Aside the leaf edges, we can also describe it. There's a brownish lining before the wilty leaf edges as well. So we can also add that as an observation. Aside from that though, I think that is it for this episode of the channel. And if you have any questions or suggestions with regards to the episodes or the content, don't hesitate to leave a comment below. And if you like what I have featured for you, please folks, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Would really appreciate it. And in the future, I will be able to take more tips or learn from what I make, so I will be able to make more contents for you. So I hope you like and subscribe to our channel. I really appreciate it. And thank you for watching, folks. I hope you have a great day.